Elizabeth Diller, born in Poland in 1954, architect and professor. Riccardo Scofidio, born in New York in 1935, architect and professor. 1979, they joined to form a husband and wife team. Their varied work unites art, performance, e-media, architecture with cultural theory. The 70s, economic crisis, funding problems for building production. Only conventional, long-established architects could pursue projects. The younger generations was locked out of practice. It was the beginning of avant-garde critiques and radical architecture. Writing and drawing took over building. 80s, art became a tool for Diller and Scofidio to express their work. The first 15 years they collaborated with other artists focusing on performance pieces and installation. Through their social, political and technological ideologies, they transformed the traditional role of the architect. Their art and contemporary influences form the basis of their architectural practice in housing and urban planning.
Diller Scofidio's body of work contains a number of critically acclaimed art installation pieces. The overriding concept is the term liveness. Moving Target is one piece that illustrates this concept. Produced in 1996, this piece challenges what is normal and the process of normalization. By reflecting and incorporating images from an angled mirror on stage, the audience is forced to visually challenge what is real, as well as compounding questions of societal norms. Moving along, the next piece, entitled Travel, a Case Study, builds up a profile of each state in the US using official and unofficial data. Questions such as which holds more import, what are the personal significances of the unofficial, and by mixing their own personal questions and thought with the official data, we are again left wondering what's real and what's to be interpreted. Liveness.
Lightsock was unveiled in December 2007 at Design Miami as part of a collaboration with Swarovski, the world's leading crystal cutting company. The latter commissioned Diller and Scofidio to deconstruct the traditional chandelier. Their work asks us to question what makes a chandelier. Does it need arms, bulbs or candles? Their work redefines the form of the chandelier. The installation used 50 light socks hung at different heights in an all-black space. The New York couple said that the light sock is not your grandmother's chandelier. An open mesh bag replaces the arms, and pendants of the traditional chandelier are replaced with a single light source buried within a mass of crystals. Only 2 exclusive shops will have 3 sizes available. In conclusion, Diller and Scofidio managed once again to blur the boundaries between design and artistic installation with a fresh take on a design classic, the chandelier.
The facsimile project was a 16 by 20 inches screen suspended on a vertical track at the Moscone Convention Center in San Francisco. A live video camera is attached to the back of the screen facing into the building. The screen structure travels along the side of the building exterior and broadcasts the live pre-recorded video imagery on the screen as it moves. The screen acts as a scanning device and alternates between the live feed and the pre-recorded video feed, so the screen enchants the view of the inside of the building, but it also is an instrument of the deception, substituting imposters for actual building occupants and spaces.
In the heart of Manhattan, an abandoned 1.5-mile section of the elevated railroad is being retooled by the designers who have imagined a park accommodating the ruin and wild nature with the cultivated, the intimate, and the hyper-social. This post-industrial project focuses on the categories of nature and culture in an urban environment. The concept is to create a virtually flow between past and future realities, between preservation, protection, and reuse, in a balanced and sustainable public space.
Blur Building is the most talked about project of their career. It is an inhabitable man-made cloud whirling above the lake on the chateau. The idea is based on the concept of making nothing, which is a reaction to the oversaturation of visual media in the recent national and world expositions. The entire site is visualized as a blending of nature and artifice. Entering Blur is like stepping onto a formless, featureless, depthless and dimensionless medium. There is nothing to see but our dependent.
Diller Scofidio are one of the most recognised multidisciplinary design teams. Contemporary design is moving in a way that designers are expected to cross pathways and boundaries. Our team has learnt never to limit their ideas in terms of concept or material. Because science and technology is advancing constantly, there will always be a new material available. We've seen a building made from water vapour and a building with external moving cinema screen, so what can we do next?
Positive, stable, interesting. Question: how do you work together? We feel like we were in this season. Yeah, I know.
Bold, unique, conceptual,
Imaginative.
varied,
Inspirational.
Multidisciplinary. In our show called Bad News, we could have like a main anchorman and then pass over to specialist reporters for a more in-depth detail on the projects.
As a group, we decided to split the work. One half working on this movie and the other on the report.
As a motif, providing the presentation with breaks whilst providing a visual image relating to Diller Scovidio's work.
One difficulty our group encountered was our indecisiveness, but that's only natural in a large group with different ideas and different takes on things.
It's difficult to tell people what we really think and what's in our mind.
I can understand what they think about.
The ability of the teammates, everyone got, then we maybe will have a better cooperation.
My idea of what I was going to do in the group, or my position as it were, was quite different from what I find myself doing now. And I'm very proud of the group that I've worked with.
What was interesting about the meetings is that they evolved. The first 15 minutes, for example, no one wanted to exchange their ideas. By the end of the meeting, we couldn't even decide which idea to pick.
It could have been better if you used other formats rather than just animation to convey ideas, to emphasise on Diller Scofidio's work.
Having organised positions in the group would make decision making easier and like meetings more concise, which is like we'd have in professional practice.
I think everybody was really involved with this project and all of us were keen on working and we all turned out work.
Yeah, maybe we should have. What could be better? Maybe we should just have.
We should just have a list of points that we want to make. Does everyone agree that we need to get the animation done for tomorrow? Yeah?
Yeah. But come on, Tim.
Okay. Do we all agree that the animation should be done tomorrow then? Fucking hell, man.
We should put that in the movie.
Someone else there, I can't.